everybody, welcome back to Sam Plans It All. Thank you guys so much for coming back to another video. My setup looks a little bit different this week. Last week I was absent. You may or may not have noticed. We took our toddler to Children's Mercy. That's about a 7-hour drive from here, and the only way I can get him to ride that far is to listen to Cocomelon on my iPad. So I went to film today and my iPad is completely dead. So I do apologize for that. So we're going to go old school today. We're going to go paper and pen. So this will look a little different, but it will serve the same purpose. Also, as I mentioned, we were out of town. We had several unexpected expenses come up this last week. I guess that's just life. So I didn't want to dig into our checking account to pull more money out. So the money that I'm using this week to stuff is money that I had in my back to bank envelope. My amounts are going to be a little bit different this week, but you know what, that's okay. Life happens and we have to adjust, right? So I won't have any money in my grocery envelope this week. I'm just going to use it from my card, which already has made a difference because I bought groceries this morning and I went over budget. I literally went over budget because I didn't have the cash right in front of me, you know, seeing it being attached to it. So that stinks and kind of defeats the purpose, but I'm human, you know, it is what it is. So, okay, let's just go ahead and get started. Like I said, this is cash that I just had in my back to bank envelope. I didn't go to the bank and pull any out, so we're just going to work with what I have. I did have 4 ones that I pulled out of my wallet, and I'm going to put them in my $1 challenge box, so that's exciting. Okay. Let's get started. We're going to separate this up. 1, 2, 3, 400. 20, 40, 60, 80, 95, 10, 20, 30, 5, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. So 560. So that's about half of what I usually have. But you know what? We're going to work with it. It's okay. Let's just jump right in. So this week, we're not going to pull money for groceries. We're not going to put any money in eating out. And I don't need anything for the guinea pigs because I bought a whole bunch last week. And so they're actually so good. So that couldn't have worked out any better. Okay, so for category birthdays, let's count what we've got in birthdays. We have 51, 50, 70, 90, 210, 220, 225. And we're actually going to add just a straight $100 to that this time because that's the way it worked out with the money that I had. So that brings us to $325 in birthdays. And we do have a birthday next week. So as soon as she tells me what she wants, I'll be digging into that. Clothes is next. I hope this isn't annoying that I'm writing all this down. 120, 40. So we've got 150 in clothes, and we're going to add $100 to this too. Usually it's 50. But with what I've got, we're just going to go ahead and add 100, which will make this one 250. Cars. has 20, 40, 60, 80, 120. And we're going to add our normal 40, 20, 40, 60, 80, 120, 40, 60. So now we have 160 in cars. That's exciting because in one more stuffing, I would have enough. No, that is enough. That's enough for me to get my oil changed. Woohoo. Piggies. We'll call it Pig Health. They have nothing because of darn floof. So we're going to add 10. And now that one has 10. There you go, piggies. And then back to the bank, and God knows they're not getting anything in their savings today. We just enrolled them for school, and between enrollment and sports fees, that was $700. So that was another, like, hit to the account, just because I don't have my sinking funds built up yet for that. So it did come out of pocket. And it just kind of feels like, when it rains, it pours. I know we all feel that way. I had that week last week. Anyways, Valentine's Day. I hope you can see okay. I'll zoom you in a little. Maybe that'll be more helpful. Valentine's Day has 30, and we're going to add 10, so it's going to have 40. And for Valentine's Day, I think I've got $40 budgeted for each kid, which is $240. Yes, so $240 divided by 12 months, $20 a month, so $10 a time. Easter. Excuse my terrible, ugly handwriting. 20, 30, 45, and that gets 15. Oops, $45. And that's going to get 15. So 20, 30, 40, 50, 55, 60 in Easter. I'm excited for these actual holidays to roll around and stuff where I've got this money. It's going to be so much fun. 4th of July, I know gets 10. We've got 30, and now we've got 40. So we had 30, and now we've got 40. Woo woo. Back to school. This is back to school supplies. It has 20, 40, 60. And we're going to add a 20, which gives us 80. Enrollment, boo, has 75. And I did just decide, since this is such a low amount and their enrollment was a little higher than what I expected it to be this year, I'm just going to roll this over to next year because I'm going to need a higher amount than what I thought. So we're just going to roll this over. And this gets 25, which gives us 50, 70, 90, 95, $100 in enrollment. It's crazy that it costs so much. I mean, I understand, but it's still crazy. Put that back in there. School pictures has 15. We're going to give 5, which makes a whole big fat $20. Halloween, Halloween has 30. And we're going to give it 10, which is 40. My 16-year-old came to me with a costume that he wanted for Halloween. Now I have, obviously I'm not going to have it in for this year, but I will have $50 budgeted for each kid for their costumes. And this child comes to me with what he wants, and it's like $150 or something like that, maybe even more. I was like, are you out of your mind? Like, I'm glad you still want to go trick-or-treating and have fun. Like, that makes me really happy, but that's ridiculous. Lots and lots of money. You better get a job, kid. Okay. Christmas, the one I'm the most excited about. 1, 2, 3, 4, 50, 70, 90, 510, 520, 525. And we're just going to throw, we're going to add 200 in there. Just because that's what I had. So now we've got 725.
Which seems like a lot, but my goal is 4,800. Doesn't seem like so much. Gosh, I'm trying not to be negative Nelly. It's just, life has me, y'all. It has me a little down today.
New Year's Eve has 30, 45, and my pin too. We're gonna do 15, 10, and 15. So 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, and 60. So $60 in my envelope. Oh, you know what? I'm going to count Jamaica, which we're just going to call vacay. I don't have anything to add to it, but we're going to count it. Oh, I love starting with the 50. We're not starting with that. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 450, 455, 460. And there's nothing, so that stays at 460. Like I said, groceries won't get any. My weekly grocery budget is $300, and I think I spent $380 today. But I had to restock, you know. I was gone, and I took, obviously, my toddler and my 8-year-old daughter. So my husband and the boys were home, so they ate everything in the house while I was gone. So I had to restock. It was just one of those weeks. Okay, so now we have We're adding to see how much we have total in our sinking funds. 40, 80, 100, 20, 40, 725, 60. Ooh, sweet. And I can't remember if I added Jamaica in there or not. So if I do add Jamaica, or vacation, excuse me, then it's 2370. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. So, sorry this was a little bit different this week. I promise next week I'll make sure that my iPad is charged. I know I talked about showing you how I actually budget for the month, and I do still plan to do that. I just things are a little crazy right now, so I'm gonna film when I can. You guys know how life goes, so we're just gonna keep doing our best. Thank you for coming back for another video. I appreciate you guys so much, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.